and welcome to VenturaRockSpot. I'm your host, music journalist, and artistic coach, Drea Joe. VenturaRockSpot is a monthly program featuring original musicians from or traveling through Ventura County, California. And you can find out more about our program and see past episodes on our website at www.VenturaRockspot.com. You can also learn how to become a featured artist yourself on our webpage. For more information and the latest on what's happening in the music scene in and around Ventura, including gig schedules at local Ventura hotspots, check out www.VenturaRocks.com. And in this episode, we have with us 3 members of local indie garage band, the Robot Uprising. Joining us are Tony Cortez, vocalist extraordinaire and frontman, Chris Comlin, their drummer.
Hi.
And of course, we have Jay on bass. Excellent. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Can't wait.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
we're excited to be here. Go local or go home.
Absolutely. The lockdown has brought a lot of interesting dynamics to the music scene, so it's great when we can speak to local guys making it happen. So I guess I'm kind of interested to find out how you guys started as a band. Rumor has it you sort of launched over a wedding, but maybe you can dig into a little more of that.
Sure. Yeah. Actually, it was our original bass player, Eric, is his wedding, and we all met up, at the reception, and we're talking, and Tony was telling me, oh yeah, we've been jamming, we have a couple songs written, we're looking for a drummer. You want to play drums? I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do it. And that was that.
Chris added that to his 100 other bands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. So now, obviously, some of the members have changed a little bit, and I know there's 2 of your members, your guitarists, that are joining us, sort of listening in from another location today. So how did the membership evolve, and how long have you guys all been playing together?
So we've been a band for
just a little over 2 years.
Oh, longer.
Oh,
yeah, probably about 4, maybe.
Really?
Wow. Yeah.
I'm horrible.
Yeah. But yeah, and we had a few lineup changes. And our bass player, our original bass player, he moved to Idaho. And we had a couple other guitar players come and go. And now we've got Jay on bass, and we have Owen Arthur on guitar, and Cliff Roman on guitar also. And Cliff used to be the guitar player in the Weirdos. They were
huge LA band.
Yeah, they were one of the very first punk bands in LA in the late 70s. They were there before Black Flag and all those,
Yeah, we're really bummed he can't be here because he's got great stories.
Hanging out with for days.
Hanging out with Blondie.
Getting the Germs their very first show.
Yeah. It's crazy stories.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, that kind of energy obviously makes for a great live show. So it'll be great to see you guys getting back out there as the craziness dissipates.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's cut right to some music for you. We're going to take a quick look at a video of yours, Last Shot. So what can you tell me about this track?
Oh, this is one we recorded for the Nardcore 4 compilation. It's the 4th compilation of bands from this area that are in that kind of genre. And so we recorded it just for that album.
Yeah.
Pulled it together. It's actually the album you had to be 2 minutes long because there's so many bands on it. They're saying it's got to be 2. And that song was originally 4 minutes.
Yeah, that song,
we went in and hacked it all up just for the album, and then we're like, oh my god, we like it better this way.
Yeah, we ended up trimming it down to like a minute and 52 seconds or something like that.
So it packs a lot of punch. All right, well, let's take a look.
Take it, revolution coming that no one's gonna win.
That was the robot Uprising sharing their song Last Shot. So, cutting back to your musical backgrounds, where did each of you start in music? I know you've been doing this together for a while. You mentioned one of your guitarists has obviously been a big part of the LA punk scene for many, many years. How about the rest of you? How did music show up in your life?
Yeah, so well for me, I'm in a band called Ill Repute. We play not that often, but you know, I've been doing that for 40 years now, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So, and then before that, it was just kind of just strumming around the guitar and stuff. But I did that right out of high school. So that's been everything for me.
Yeah, and I've been playing drums since I was 9 and guitar since I was about 11, and I've been playing in bands since probably about 13 or 14 too. So, you know, and I always jam with other people, and just, you know, I do cover band stuff sometimes on the weekends, and, you know, helps keep my chops up. You know, so.
Absolutely. And what about you, Jay? Is it something you've been doing for years as well?
Yes. Quite a time. I feel like I should be a lot better I tried to add up one time how long I've been playing, and it's been a minute or so. Yeah, I started just jumping around the room with like an air guitar on a tennis racket. That was my thing. I'd go out front and cars would honk at me, and I guess I liked the attention. And then I got an acoustic guitar as I was probably at 12 or 13, and just kind of strummed on there, and I hit a D chord, and all of a sudden tears came out, and I went, whoa. So I kind of played on that. And then I met a friend in middle school, and then we instantly started a band, not knowing what we were doing. And I picked bass because it only had 4 strings. Little did I know, it was a little more to that. But yeah, so about the same amount of time play-wise.
Nice.
No, that's great. There's definitely something about this area, and everyone I've spoken to has a long history. There's just something about that music bug that catches them early, and then it stays with you. Never really goes away. So,
Oh,
no,
absolutely.
it's great. I mean,
It's almost like a curse.
Yeah, especially around here, you know, Ventura County. I mean, we're all connected.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
You know, like I can, you know, like I said, like Tony, you know, is an Ill Repute, and you know, like when I was 14, 15 years old, you know, I was in a band that we would open for them at Moggs every now and then. And,
Moggs,
and so, you know, and so we're all connected in some way, you know.
Right. No, it's a very tight-knit community for sure in this area. I've definitely noticed that. It's great. So if we can kind of sidestep for a minute, what sort of leads you to your music, or what led you to punk as a genre?
Yeah.
The energy for me, you know, because I grew up a metal kid, honestly, and that was kind of my first love, was, you know, bands like Iron Maiden and stuff like that. And when I started discovering heavier music like Metallica and Slayer and the thrash metal stuff, you know, that's what just hit it for me, because it was everything I loved about metal. And then there's this other element, you know, it was like a punk rock element. And I actually kind of got into, like, I already knew of bands, you know, like the Ramones and Sex Pistols, stuff like that, you know, but like the harder punk that came out early 80s, you know, I got introduced to that stuff through thrash metal, really.
Right.
You know?
Crossover.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it was everything I loved about both genres, really.
For me, man, I had crates and crates of records, you know, rock and roll records, Boston, Zeppelin, all that stuff, Queen, and when punk came out, you know, you saw the Sex Pistols, you saw the Ramones, and it was just this weird feeling. It's just like everything became obsolete. Once that hit you, it was like, oh my God. And I gave all these records away. I called a friend of mine, Diana. I go, here, you want these? She's like, yeah, sure. And, you know, years later, I regret it, you know, because now after like, you know, 10, 15 years, then you start to let it back in and stuff. But it was like a light switch. Nothing else mattered once.
Interesting. So it really levels up the musical itch when you find that pocket that you connect.
Yeah, I started skateboarding, and I probably listened to like Motley Crue, which was kind of rebellious at the time, but it didn't really meet the tempo. And then there's a local college station at UCSB, and I remember pushing play and record at the same time on a cassette player, and I recorded this show that had all this weird music, but I thought it was cool. I had the Cramps on there, and then it had Bad Religion, and they had a song "How Could Hell Be Any Worse," and they were playing the bass, and it was playing through this strobing effect. And I said, I want to do that. And I put the headphones on, and the first tape I went to go buy was The Germs. And I literally wore that thing out. It's just on the Walkman and went, but it fit that lifestyle. It fit the kind of the street thing.
Interesting. Well, you all have a very interesting take on it, but it's cool that it brought you all together with this sort of joint purpose musically. I'm curious to know, one of your songs we're going to take a listen to in a minute. It's one of your brand new ones, actually. I've heard that one of your real passions is to create awareness and education around suicide prevention. I don't know if you want to speak to that a little bit, but then we'll clip to that song in a minute. I'm just curious as to where that came from, or I know you've been passionate about other causes in the past as well.
Yeah, well, we have another song called Jumped, and that was about a friend of mine who actually did commit suicide. And I think so that's if the awareness factor, I think a lot of people associate that song with us. This is a brand new song, and actually Cliff wrote it. And it's just that same, it's kind of that same vibe, you know, just you know, if you're having mental troubles, you know, reach out, you're not alone.
Yeah. I mean, we're all in it together. We're all just trying to be.
Absolutely. No, I think it's so important right now. There's so much craziness in the world, and especially artists, I think, are feeling incredibly alone.
Oh my God.
Well, if this art form for a lot of people is therapy,
Right.
and you're not exercising that therapy in the same way. I mean, we've had some friends even to play guitar with us that have kind of dropped out. And I think with the pandemic has kind of extrapolated some of those feelings and some of those things going on. So
hang on, let me look up extrapolated.
No, absolutely. I think it's so important, and kudos to you guys for, you know, naming it and really having the conversation. A lot of people avoid it, so I think it's really, really important.
Thank you.
So if we can take a minute here, we're going to cut out and take a look at You're Not Alone.
When I tell you I lost it, I'm sick and You're not alone. Pick up the phone. Dial my number. I'll be your snow. You're not alone. We're living struggle. Out of the struggle. A real struggle. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone.
So thanks again, guys. That was Robot Uprising with You're Not Alone, one of their recent releases. Good stuff. And that was the almost inaugural performance, like you said, about the fourth time you've played it. So that's great.
Yeah, we've never played it live in front of an audience or anything, though. We just playing it here where we rehearse.
So it's the first time for you guys on
Right.
TV land.
There you go.
There you go.
Really looking forward to getting
Really performance. Absolutely. We love that. That's great. That said, you guys are kind of known for a bit of edgy trademark live show. So if we can touch a minute, I think you have a special guest standing behind you, Rusty.
Oh yes, this is Rusty Nuts.
Right.
So we actually had a contest for one of our shows about a year or so ago to name our robot, and we did it through Facebook and everything, and we picked a winner, and I forgot what we did. I think we gave him an album, or I don't know what we gave him, or a shirt or something.
We gave him much gratitude.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes this guy's on stage with us and his screen will play videos, like things, whatever, crazy things.
Yeah, like maybe little clips from old,
he moves.
sci-fi.
His head
movies.
moves and the lights come on and stuff. And
Amazing.
then actually one time we actually had a guy playing keyboards wearing a full robot costume, including this.
There we go.
And he
There's
was
a little bit of a like marshmarshlow vibe there, like
Yeah.
experimented with.
DJ stunt. Yeah.
He would come out and dance every once in a while for us.
Yeah, we've even had people show up to our shows in robot costumes.
The robot's fabulous. It's got such a throwback MTV vibe with the screen going. You could throw in a little Max Headroom or something. You know? Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. Super fun. So there's another new song that you've got, Flat Earth Felix. What can you tell me about that track?
So Flat Earth Felix is kind of a true story. And it's one of those things where you're hanging out at a bar with your bud and you're getting a little hammered and he tells you something that you kind of wish he hadn't told you. It's like, but at the same time, it's so funny and it's so amusing that you just go, keep going, you know? So the name was changed to protect the guilty. His name isn't Felix, but yeah, it was like, oh, wow, you're a flat earther. Okay.
Yeah, with all the conspiracy theories, yeah, just a way.
It's
to
just, yeah.
talk
And
about
but then
it
the
in a
flat earth
fun
one is
way.
just, to me, is
Yeah.
really funny.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not really threatening. It's just funny. It's just, you know, really, you think there's flat. Okay.
The things that we're discovering and uncovering that we thought we knew, right? Yeah,
Exactly. It's like, oh, tell us
Yeah,
more. Yeah.
for sure. All right, well, let's take a quick look at Flat Earth.
He wants to talk about something. Been weighing on his mind. And now he knows the truth and everything that's on his mind. Just think about it for a that keep me on me. And now you're gonna tell me how birds aren't real.
So, what are you guys most excited about moving forward? Obviously, you've written some new tracks. You've got more music coming our way. What's next?
Yeah, well, we just put out a 3-song EP a few months back called Mixed Bag of Bolts.
That sounds great. So, where can people find out more about you?
Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
Yeah, you can look up the Robot Uprising Band on Bandcamp. Yeah, and same thing, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, anywhere. And like I said, our first album and this EP and the Nardcore for Life compilation, those are all on all of the streaming services.
Okay.
So
Perfect. We will go check those out for sure. You guys definitely have a lot of fun together, and can't wait to see you live and in person very soon.
yes,
I hope.
So,
sooner than later. Hopefully,
Yeah,
fingers
I'm going
crossed.
crazy.
You're right.
absolutely. But keep on writing and shredding it out in the Rusty Bolt studio over there.
Yeah.
Rusty Nut studio, my All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, guys. Wish you all the best. And
Thank you so much for
again,
having us. This was great.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
absolutely. And again, for all of you viewers watching, you can check out the Robot Uprising Band on Facebook, on Bandcamp, Robot Uprising Band. If you Google that, you will find all their latest. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. We appreciate everything you guys do.
Yes, thank you guys.
Take it easy.
You too.
Hi.